Hello everybody, how are you? This is Karthik Poovanam. I'm a leadership coach and author. How are you doing today? What a great and absolutely amazing time it is to be waking up and having this rays of the sun falling on the body. It's a great nourishment. It's indeed an amazing time to be experiencing this rich time frame in this planet in grace and being soaked and drenched in the eternal grace of Lord Balaji. Continuing the whole process of helping you understand what is grace. As I promised to you in my previous video, I'm going to be sharing certain insights with you. If you remember, and if you have watched my last video, I shared a very powerful quote which I use, which is called Jai 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 Balaji. And I said very clearly that when I say Jai Balaji, I do an arati inside once. When I do Jai Jai Balaji, I do a double arati. When I do Jai 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 Balaji, I do a triple arati. Why? Now this is the kind of mapping which has come to me in deep states of meditation. And this is something which is similar that will come to you when you are allowing the blossoming of the devotee. Right now, let me ask you, why are you investing your time learning coding, learning programming, learning big data analytics, learning data structures, learning architectural skills, mechanical engineering, all of these things, despite knowing the fact that over 85% of the engineers are unemployed, still you want to put your kids into engineering? Why? Somewhere you thought it's going to give you well-being for your kids and also for yourself. Because when your kids grow up and they start making money, they're going to take care of you. Well, if you have established this in your mind that your kids are not going to take care of you, you would not go there. You would not venture into it. For sure. No, none of the parents, okay? And I've spoken about this in detail in the previous video. I'm sharing that link in the description box. I want you to check out that. But coming to this particularly, grace is something which is enormous. If you want to imbibe deep, enormous well-being, you need to have the right skills. You need to know what are the current skills which are required for the market and how much is the reward to time ratio. What is the reward of time? Suppose you're working. If you ask the majority of the people, what is the money that you're making per hour? They have no clue. If you know what is the money they're making per minute, they have no clue. Because they don't value their time. So all they are programmed is to work for the whole month, wait for 1 month. The end of the month you get a salary. Then take that and then just struggle, pay the EMI. This cycle just goes on. And I've seen a lot of people transform their lives when they encounter professional and highly effective digital life coaches like me. The life changes, everything around them changes, and a powerful invocation happens. Why? This is just not because of grace. This is just a clear understanding that grace becomes the fundamental force and an eternal force through which all the skills that are learned become highly relevant in their life, become extremely relevant, so that we're living in a financial world and earning money with dignity and in a very effective way becomes a very, very natural process. So grace is that possibility that makes all of this a reality in your life. Now let me tell you, I started, those who are connected to me, they know that, I was doing initially personality development workshops. I was doing fairly well, very nice. Then I moved on to learning hypnosis and deep hypnosis techniques. It's very good. Then NLP. Then went into the Himalayas, learned some very, very powerful processes. But I realized that still I was simply struggling, taking some peanuts for my time. But the moment I deeply understood the power and the language of surrender, I started valuing my time enormously. Yes, I got disconnected from a lot of people and they thought I'm a very commercial person, but so are they. So are they. They don't know what to do with their time. They simply sit and chit-chat. But when you know your time is very valuable and you know that with the skills and the techniques that you know, you can really transform the people around you. That's the time I decided, I'm going to invest my time. I'm going to transform the people who are having deep-rooted problem in stress. Then I started working with the top cops. Then I started working with the top commandos. I started working with the people in the army. I started working with people across Europe. All of this thought, I want you to understand this thought. People get big thoughts. But what is the use of the big thoughts which are not fueled and backed by skills? Even if you are having the skills, are there something that people require? There's a very beautiful statement one of my very, very elite business clients shared with me. He said, Karthik, one of the greatest things that you must know is never try to force fit your idea or force fit your solution into a problem that does not exist. And he gave me a great insight into this. He said me, I want you to listen to the statement, okay? He said me, Karthik, never try to force fit your solution into a problem that does not exist. And I told him, thank you. He said, it's just a statement, don't worry. I said, I didn't thank you for your statement. I thanked you for the grace that shined on this statement, and I'll tell you what it is. You're saying, do not try to force fit your solution into a problem that does not exist. How do you know what all problems exist? And until iPhone came, have you gone to iPhone, have you gone to Steve Jobs and made a recommendation to him and told him that, listen, Steve Jobs, we have a board of our phones, can you make some, incredible phone and give it to us? Did you go to Steve Jobs and tell him that, we are bored of this Walkman, carrying this cassettes? Can you, can you make a device where we can listen to 1,000 songs and put it in our pocket? Just think about it. So there are problems, okay? And like this, there are any number of problems, especially related to human beings, which are still lying dormant. I'll give you a very classical example. Now, in a home, people argue and they just say, a lot of people tell me, my family life is very good. There's little problems, but these are the problems that exist in every house. And they take it for granted. You don't know the volcano of eruption which is lying. I've seen any number of people who just get frustrated for small little things. But it is the collection and the culmination of the so many unexpressed emotions which is taking an outlet. And I create powerful situations through which anybody's internal states can just burst out. And this is something which comes through grace. This is something that comes through skills. This is something that comes through the right market understanding, psychological understanding, social understanding, environmental understanding, everything. So what I'm saying you is, have one deity in your life. You may be a Christian, connect, and you want to connect only with Jesus Christ, connect only with Jesus Christ. Don't say, I believe in Jesus Christ, I believe in Allah, I'm going to pray here, I'm going to there, I'm going to there. Nothing going to work like that. And sit with that image that you want to pray. Whatever you're praying, if you're praying to, now I pray to Lord Balaji. Most of the people know who are connected to me. Now people say, why do you pray to Lord Balaji? Oh, there are lots of benefits for me. Why does Balaji choose me? Of course, I am also useful to him. So there is this symbiotic relationship, and that's where you become extremely a useful entity, which I'll share it in a different video altogether. But coming back, now I sat with the image of Lord Balaji. I was traveling. I used to go to Shiva temples. If you watch my videos, I've gone all the way to Kailash. So none of the Shiva Bhakts who are just roaming here and there can tell that, you are a Shiva Bhakt. Okay, I traveled all the way to Kailash. I sat in the Ashtapad. So if you don't know what is Ashtapad in the Mount Kailash, you got to do a little research. I've gone to Ganesha's temples. There was some temple where, Varasiddhi Vinayakar temple. I've gone to places which are Vaidishwar and Koval, where they say Agastya Muni had himself, come over there and sat with Ganesha and meditated. All these are stories anyway. I don't buy them until and unless, I look at, how it's affecting and impacting my life. I have gone to Mukambika and done the Chandi Homam. Everywhere, I was like a roamer everywhere. And there was a point I was thinking, okay, is Jesus Christ a better Lord because he's making a lot of Americans rich? I was also thinking in this way. Later, I understood that my connection comes from the deep rooted impact with Lord Balaji. And I said, Jai, Jai, Jai Balaji. That's it. That's a powerful mantra. And that's all. Nothing else was required. So, this is a powerful code which really gave me enormous sense of gratitude. And it also allowed me to, move away from lust. It allowed me to know that love and grace are the two essential realities of life without which nothing exists. And when you reach the highest pedestal of life, this is what you will know: love and grace. If you have love and grace, you are a blessed life. Good day, everybody. Have a wonderful time. This is Karthik Poovanam. I will see you in another amazing video. And this is so amazing time here in Munnar. I will continue to explore these fantastic mountains. Good day, everyone. Have a blessed time.